What's up, guys? It's your boy, the Trucking Guy, coming at you. Hashtag The Real Trucking Guy. Find me on Facebook and Instagram. Today's video is going to be about how to get started in hotshot trucking. Specifically, I might do a little tab on the end about how to get started in trucking in general if you were going to go the semi route. But let's get right into it, guys. Please subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up. Turn on notifications for future videos if you like this one. But let's get right into it, guys. To get into hotshot trucking, the easiest and my recommended way is to get equipment, okay? Get you a truck, get you a trailer, whether you lease the truck and rent or lease the trailer, or you're borrowing the trailer from a buddy, cousin, or relative, and you have a dually now, a one-ton diesel truck, you know, well, and it can be as old. I just say don't go with the super old trucks. In my opinion, you can if you want to. They all break down from what I've seen. Get a newer truck, 2011, 12 plus. I prefer 16 plus, less likely to have issues right off the bat. But let's just say here's what you need to do. Get the equipment and get you a little bit of fuel money and go with a company like us or somebody else. There's many out there that are really good companies that'll take care of you. Get you some, ask questions about cheap insurance. And talk to a few companies so you can kind of, like when they tell you if you're getting a new carpet in your house, get 3 bids or new tile or whatever. Get the, there's going to be a bottom, a middle, and an expensive one, and everybody says go with the middle one. Get their references, check their work, look at pictures, maybe go look at jobs. It's the same thing for trucking, guys. Check the companies out. Check their pictures, their reviews, their profile. Talk to a driver or two if you can. If you can find out a driver, message them on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. Say, hey, how do you like working for them? Do they pay you? Is it good? But that's the process, guys, is get the equipment and lease onto somebody. That's the fastest way to get into hotshot trucking as an owner-operator. Really the fastest way would be a driver. If you really are interested in hotshot trucking specifically, there are companies on, Facebook on Hotshot Warriors, Hotshot Trucking, Hotshot 101, many different groups. Just put Hotshot in there and find a bunch of groups on Facebook. Go join those groups, get in there and find a company that's looking for a driver. Now, vet that company. If they're a good company, even non-CDL, get in a truck as soon as possible. Start, learning what it's about. Get some training, get some knowledge of the industry. Even if you're coming from the semi side and you want to see what hotshot's about, that's the way I recommend. Instead of going out and buying a truck, getting yourself in debt and all this stuff, go that route. Get in a truck, start driving, see what it's about, live in the truck for a little bit, see what it actually takes to do this job and what type of money can be made. As a driver, you're not going to make anything, but you'll be able to see through raycons and different things what that, load is paying, and what you just kind of figure it out, right, as you're going on, what that company's making. So then you can say, okay, I can kind of measure my expenses, watch content like this, and see what I would be making if I had my own equipment and my own business, or my own equipment as an owner operator. So step 1 is you can become a driver in a CDL or non-CDL equipment. Step 2 would be to buy your own equipment, move into owner operator phase, leased on to a company like myself and or somebody else who is really good. And then step 3, if you wanted to do it for some reason, some people don't because they don't want the headaches and the liability. They don't want to book their own loads. There's many different reasons why they don't want to. And then the insurance is expensive for the first year. A lot of people won't work with you because you're new. Insurance is expensive for the first 3 years. You're going to go through a new entry audit. It's stressful. But they don't want to start their own company. But that is step 3 and the final step if you want to grow a fleet, or if you just want to have your own company, be in charge of your own show, and never sign on a bunch of drivers and run your own show. You can do that as well. I would recommend just working for a company that'll allow you to run your own show, dispatch yourself, handle everything for you on the back end, and it saves you a lot of headaches and a lot of problems. And you're still going to make the same money as if you owned your own company and had all the other headaches and had to, book loads and do different things. So if you wanted to book loads, you can sign on to a company and still do that. But step 3 is start your own authority. Get your own MC number, get your own truck, get your own DOT number, get your own trailer, get your own customers, and start booking your own freight. So that is how to get into hotshot trucking. Is you need to either be a driver. That's the cheapest. It doesn't take any money. You literally can have, say $350, $400. You need money for fuel. If you needed to get home or rent a car, but the most thing is you just need money for food to eat and survive, to get to their location. Most companies will pay for you to get to their location, to get in the truck, fly you, drive you, rent you a car, or have you in a bus ticket, whatever, to get to their facility to drive their truck. But the second step from that is if you have the ability and the credit and the know-how and the willingness, go buy your own equipment and jump in and lease under somebody like Moneypenny Trucking, and that way you can kind of get your hands in the fire and, you know, get them on the iron, see what it's like, feel what it's like, and really get in there. Now, We do require a CDL. Most companies do, but you can get equipment set up. There's plenty of people online to talk about it and do non-CDL. You can start in non-CDL, guys, and then upgrade to CDL. So you can kind of see what it's about and lease on with somebody that does take non-CDL drivers. There's a few companies out there. And do non-CDL hotshot and then upgrade to CDL hotshot, and then even go and get your own company and or step up into a semi, you know, trade that equipment off or put a driver in that equipment and step up into a semi. So there's many avenues to grow, right? But that's basically it, guys. I want to make this video really quick on how to get into hotshot trucking, and that's it. And the fastest way is to get on the forums, get on Facebook, get on Instagram, get into it that way. You can become a driver, become an owner operator, or you can just, if you wanted to, go full Sublime and carte blanche and get out and start your own authority right off the bat. That's what I did, guys. I had no experience in the industry. I did have a CDL for many, many years. I had driven in other industries with other equipment, you know, dump trucks and semis and bucket trucks and different things that I had driven, but I had never applied it to over-the-road trucking. And we did. We started an authority. We started with a Sprinter van, moved into, you know, dualies with smaller trailers, and then went into bigger trailers, and then leased trucks. Did the enterprise thing for a while with about 4 trucks with there. Then bought trucks as the time went on, had mini trucks, and then took on owner operators and built it into a fleet that we have now. So there is a way to get in. At the time that I got in, freight were going through the roof with, you know, the hurricanes and all the things that just happened. And it was just really, really a good time. And then it stayed steady for a while. It kind of leveled off, and then it dropped down for a real good while, and rates were really low. And then they went back up, and then COVID happened, and things kind of got weird for a while. Flatbed did really good. Dry vans it crushed us. We got out of the dry van business. We had 4 semis pulling dry vans, and things have just went, like, you know, back and forth. So getting your own customers has been a big thing for us, but that's just, you know, if you start your own company, you have to get customers. Even, you know, I have owner operators that work for us, guys, that basically have their own customers. And what I mean by that is, instead of going to the load boards when they get home or when they get to a certain area, they've built a relationship with that facility, and they call that person or that shipper or that facility, that manufacturing plant, hey, I'm over here, do you guys have anything? Or they might even go there. You know, they might get to the area, deliver a load, and say, I'm gonna go over here and stop by this place and just see if they have anything. And that sometimes is big, guys. It's really, really big. You pull into that area and get out and say, hey, I got an empty truck outside. You got anything has to go anywhere? And they're like, man, we're about to get this to a broker or whatever. What's up, guy? How you been? You know, let's load this up. I got this and this and this going here, here, and here. And now I'll take that one, you know, and you can negotiate it directly right there. Now that is kind of a rarity. I had to do that living in Florida because the freight in Florida on the load board sucks. So if you're in Florida, that's how you got to make it happen, guys. You got to show up to the facility. Hey, what have you got? Carry business cards with you. You know, some of my owner operators have their own business card, just like they own their own business, but they book the loads under my company. So, and the customer has no problem with that. Hey, this is so-and-so, this is my truck and my equipment. I work with Aaron and them. You know, we've already done tons of work. You book stuff on tons of trucks for them. You know, hey, you know, whatever. And they book it just like that, guys. So that's an option. But I would say if you have no money, no experience getting in, go into work for somebody that can put you to work and really save you a bunch of money, a bunch of headaches. You may not even like it. You might not, being on the road might not be for you. Living in a truck might not be for you. You know, going in the cold and these crazy mountains and different things might not be for you, you know. So learning that stuff is really the best way to go before going into, you know, buying equipment, spending, you know, between a truck and trailer, you're spending almost $100,000. By the time you pay for insurance and whether you're leasing on or you're going and opening your own authority, you know, I did a video about it, and it's expensive, guys. You know, that's the way you get into it, is either drive for somebody, become an owner operator and lease on somebody, or become a company owner and start your own authority. So you heard it from the trucking guy. Please subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, turn on notifications, comment on the video whether you liked it or you didn't like it, and we'll catch you on the next one.